Phalaenopsis orchids you just bought. Care for them like this, and it's almost impossible for them to die. Don't rush to cut off flower spikes that are still blooming or haven't fully faded. Let the plant finish blooming naturally, then proceed to prune the spike to help it recover. Welcome to the Wonder Garden channel, a place that shares extremely useful and easy to apply tips for caring for orchids and ornamental plants at home. In today's video, I will guide you on how to use a few simple ingredients available in the kitchen to repot orchids that have finished blooming in a quick, time-saving, yet highly effective way. This method will help stimulate new root growth, speed up recovery, and encourage the plant to bloom again soon, allowing you to always have lush and vibrant orchid pots all year round. Let's get started. For orchids that have finished blooming, the first thing you need to do is check the entire root system. If the plant shows signs of root rot, yellowing leaves, or stem rot, you need to completely remove the old moss to avoid excessive moisture retention that can lead to fungal infection and worsen the condition. On the other hand, if the plant is still healthy with green leaves and active roots, then you don't need to remove all the moss. Instead, just trim off dry, old, or ineffective roots. This pruning helps the plant focus nutrients on developing new roots, while also stimulating the formation of a stronger root system, creating a solid foundation for recovery and future blooming. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. After pruning, place the plant in a cool, well-ventilated area for about 1 day to allow the cuts to dry naturally. This step is very important because it helps prevent bacteria and fungi from entering the wounds, reducing the risk of root rot after repotting. The ingredient I use today is coffee. Coffee contains nitrogen, minerals, and organic compounds that help stimulate growth, green the leaves, and improve the overall health of orchids. In addition, coffee also helps improve the growing medium environment, supporting beneficial microorganisms, thereby helping roots absorb nutrients more effectively. I will dissolve 1 teaspoon of coffee in about 500 milliliters of hot water. Then stir well so that the nutrients in the coffee are extracted into the water. Hot water helps quickly release organic compounds, minerals, and nutrients, creating a nutrient-rich solution for orchids. After stirring, you should let the solution sit for 1 day before using it to avoid affecting the plant's roots. Next, I will use rice. Rice water contains vitamin B, minerals, and natural trace elements, helping provide light nutrition, stimulate root growth, and increase the plant's resistance. I will mix about 3 tablespoons of rice with 500 milliliters of clean water. Which country are you watching this video from? It's wonderful that we can connect with each other from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to support me and not miss any orchid care tips. Then cover and let it sit for about 1 day. After about 1 day, I will filter out all the residue from both solutions, keeping only the liquid extract for use. Careful filtering helps make the solution clearer and cleaner, preventing residue from sticking to roots or leaves, which could cause blockage and fungal issues. The resulting liquid now contains nutrients from both coffee and rice water, helping the plant absorb easily, recover quickly, and grow more steadily. This is an important step to ensure the solution is safe, effective, and suitable for orchids during care. Now, I will use a soft cotton pad soaked in the coffee solution, then gently wipe both sides of the orchid leaves. When wiping, you should do it slowly and carefully, cleaning both the top and underside of the leaves, because the underside is where the plant exchanges gases and absorbs nutrients more effectively. The coffee solution helps clean dirt, remove bacteria on the leaves, and at the same time provide a light amount of nutrients, making the leaves greener, shinier, and stronger. In addition, regular leaf cleaning helps improve photosynthesis, allowing the plant to grow more steadily and recover faster after treatment. You should wipe gently to avoid scratching the leaves and maintain this regularly to keep the orchid healthy and able to absorb nutrients better. After cleaning the leaves, I will mix the two solutions together to create a complete mixture. Then proceed to soak the entire leaves and stem of the orchid in the solution. For orchids infected with fungi or showing signs of rot, after pruning and letting the cuts dry in a ventilated area, you can completely soak the whole plant in this solution to disinfect, clean, and support faster recovery. However, for my orchid, since I did not remove the old moss, I only soak the stem and leaves, avoiding soaking the moss-covered base. If soaked, the moss would retain water too long, easily causing stagnation and leading to root rot. Proper handling like this helps clean the plant, allow appropriate nutrient absorption, while still maintaining the necessary airflow for the roots, helping the plant recover and grow more stably. After about 15 minutes, I will remove the orchid from the solution. Then use a soft cloth or clean cotton to gently wipe the entire plant to remove any remaining solution. This helps prevent water from accumulating in leaf joints and stems, especially in areas prone to holding moisture, thereby reducing the risk of fungal diseases and soft rot. When wiping, do it gently, just enough to dry the surface while still leaving a thin layer of moisture so the plant can continue absorbing nutrients. Next, I will proceed to repot the orchid. To repot this orchid, first I will place a layer of leca clay pebbles at the bottom of the pot to improve drainage and airflow for the roots. Then, I will place the orchid neatly in the center of the pot, adjusting it so that the base sits slightly above the pot surface to avoid being buried too deep, which could cause water accumulation and crown rot. Next, I will use pine bark to gently fill around the roots, helping the plant stand firmly while still ensuring the medium remains loose and airy for better root growth. You should handle gently and avoid compacting too tightly to create an ideal environment for the plant to recover quickly and grow strong new roots. If you want to learn the secret to caring for Phalaenopsis orchids, make sure to watch this video carefully until the end. Your orchids will become strong, grow new roots, and bloom vibrantly all year round. Next, Place a plastic dish under the pot like this to help retain a small amount of water, creating stable humidity for the orchid. The soaking solution used earlier will also be reused to water the orchid pot. However, you should not pour directly onto the orchid base, but only water lightly around the new growing medium. This method allows the solution to gradually reach the roots, providing nutrients effectively while avoiding water accumulation at the base and reducing the risk of rot. For the plastic dish under the pot, make sure to maintain a consistent level of clean water. The water below will slowly wick up into the lisier layer, creating stable humidity for the entire pot, helping the roots stay moist without becoming waterlogged. This mechanism allows the orchid to receive moisture continuously in a natural way, reducing the need for frequent watering while still ensuring proper aeration for the roots. For the orchid stems shown at the beginning of the video, cut them into small segments, each containing at least one dormant node like this. Which country are you watching this video from? It's wonderful that we can connect with each other from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to support me and not miss any orchid care tips. Next, carefully peel off the protective layer covering the dormant node, allowing it to be exposed directly to light, thereby stimulating sprouting and faster development of new plants. Then, melt candle wax and seal both ends of each segment with the wax. This helps seal the cuts, prevent water loss, and protect against bacteria and fungi entering the orchid stems. At the same time, it helps retain moisture inside, creating favorable conditions for the dormant node to develop and sprout new shoots. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. To propagate these orchid segments, I will use a plastic container with a lid like this. Inside, I add a layer of slightly moist moss to maintain stable humidity. Then, place the orchid segments on top of the moss, making sure the dormant nodes face upward and are not completely covered, so they receive enough light and airflow. After that, lightly mist with water to maintain humidity. Then close the lid to create a mini greenhouse environment. This environment retains moisture and reduces water loss. Results: After about 1 month, my orchid has produced many new roots, which is a clear sign that the plant has adapted well to the new environment and is beginning to recover strongly. This proves that this care method is effective, helping stimulate root growth, increase resistance, and promote more stable development. When the root system becomes strong, the plant will absorb nutrients better, creating a foundation for leaf growth, new shoots, and preparing for blooming in the near future. After 2 months, you can see that from the 2 original orchid stems, they have developed into 2 healthy young orchid plants. The root system has grown long, strong, and firmly anchored, showing that the plants have adapted well and are ready for the next stage of growth. At this stage, we can change the growing environment to help the plants develop more steadily and vigorously. I will use a breathable plastic pot, placing a layer of pine bark at the bottom to ensure good drainage and aeration for the roots. Then, I will add a layer of moss on top, reusing the moss that was previously used for propagation. Next, place each young orchid neatly into the pot and gently tuck moss around the base to keep the plant stable and prevent it from shifting. This planting method helps maintain necessary moisture while still ensuring proper aeration, creating ideal conditions for the roots to continue developing strongly and for the plant to grow healthily. Water regularly, maintain appropriate moisture, and place the plant in a cool area with indirect light, avoiding direct sunlight. With proper care and the right environment, the plant will grow steadily and become stronger over time. Take care of your orchids with love and passion, and you will be rewarded with vibrant, long-lasting, and lively blooms. If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Wonder Garden channel to support me.